seems strange for a Rutcation to be all about doe killing. But I kind of feel like every day should be all about doe killing.
Here we go.
Start. I did not expect to see anything this morning. You know, we got down so late. It's about a 2-hour run to my grandparents' farm here. And even though we left home about 3 this morning, by the time you get down and get gear on and all that, kind of race in the sun. So I went about 100 yards west of camp in this grove of persimmon trees on the scrape line. Like I said, I didn't expect to see anything. I figured we'd kind of blown out every deer on this side of the farm on the way in, but it was cool to have that buck come through. He came out from the north. There's a field on the neighbors that they've kind of let grow fallow, and he came down that field edge and cut across our access road here and into this grove of persimmon trees, kind of trying to follow that scrape line. I'd have shot him. I'd have been so happy with him, you know. Down here in the Ozarks, it's a different ball game than it is up at home in corn country. And he was a solid buck for down here for sure. Cool coloration on his brows and everything. I'd have been happy with him. Missouri's a 2-buck state, but you can only shoot one of them before November 11th. You can shoot one before and one after, or both after, but you can't shoot both before. And I've already filled a buck tag this season, so I'm on doe patrol still. It's Thursday, November 9th. I took a couple days off work. Dad and I are down here getting some good bow hunting in before rifle season starts on Saturday, so I'm gonna hang tight. Hopefully a trophy doe walks by. But it's already been a good morning. as I was getting backed up, I heard her grunt down the hill, and started scanning, looking. And then I heard something behind me, and there was a doe about 50 yards behind me. And that's the trickiest part about this country down here, is it's so thick that like they can just they can slip through. It's tough to see them moving. The only saving grace we have are all these leaves. But, so I thought maybe she'd work her way this direction, but she ended up cutting kind of southeast, and they'll run that ridge around inside hill just south of camp before heading into that drainage. And looked like she had a buck tagging along with her, so maybe she'll come back. She did. She came back. I don't know. I think, maybe she was hitting south of camp and heard Dad setting up, and that's what spooked her back this way. I'm not sure, but so that cedar was at like 27 yards. And I was waiting for her to just step out from behind that cedar so I could float between my 20 and 30 yard pen. And she stepped out, but she went right into the brush. So I held for like forever. I shot. I don't know what happened. It felt like a good shot, except for I was shaking. It seemed like it just kind of startled her, and she came back around. And so I tried for a frontal shot, and I don't think I made the best shot. I think it was effective, but I don't think it was the best shot. I was hoping to put it right down there, and I think I caught that artery and came off to the side. But I don't know what happened. She's right there. So I know that happened. But I gotta see what happened, because I think I see. I don't think I missed her with that first shot. So we'll have to get down and take a look at what happened. But she did not go far at all. Just a little doe. Just a little doe. Okay. Alright, honey. Here's what I think happened. Here's what I think happened. That was my first shot, and I was a little far back. Golly, that dead meat. Look at what that sucker did. tore it up. And so, a little far back, like I said, I was holding for a while and shaking. No excuse. I should have been right in that pocket, but a couple, 2-3 inches back from where I wanted to be. And then on that second shot, oh yeah. Yeah. Those dead meats, they did their job. So, we'll get her processed. We got more hamburger for the freezer. It's a little chilly this morning. So got back to camp, got her skin quartered in the freezer. It didn't take very long, no bigger than she was. Went back out for the evening sit, and I went to a different spot on the farm just to kind of let things calm down here. And now I'm right back, where I was yesterday morning. Honestly, this is the most deer activity I've had all season. Since I shot my buck early season. So I'm right back. I don't think I've blown it out, but who knows, Tomorrow starts rifle season, so this is our last day to get some good pre-rut activity with the bow before that starts off. This is also the last day that I'm on official doe patrol. Now, I shoot the deer that's in front of me, I'm not targeting a specific deer or whatever, but so, any time of the season, if a doe comes out in front of me, I'll try to take her, but I'll be allowed to shoot another buck starting tomorrow. I was pretty impressed with that dead meat. They cut a heck of a hole. As a taxidermist, that makes me a little leery, because that's more sewing for me to do, but not that I'm going to get her mounted, but I'm just in general. But I used those Montex from G5 all of last season and loved them. And I used it on that buck earlier this season. But I was also shooting a different bow, and I bought this VTM 34 back in March. And even though it's the same draw weight, same draw length and everything, it's so much more efficient. It's pushing my arrows about 15 feet per second faster. And I was just noticing my fixed blade, those G5 Montex, were starting to drift on me. So I'm trying out these dead meats. So far so good. I bet if I shot a squirrel with one, he'd just explode into a pink mist. So I'm gonna hang tight here, see if any movement starts picking up here, and hopefully a doe comes by. Dad just shot one, so I don't know if the service down here is so bad. I know he sent pictures and I can't see him, so I'm gonna get down here and start heading his way. I'm gonna try to take it easy, so if I bump a doe, maybe I'll get a shot at her, so awesome. Yeah. Man. Heck yeah. It's not with a bow, but dang, that still gets me going. Oh. Okay. I just sneaked that shot through some brush, so I think I heard him crash. I'm gonna calm down. Calm down. Go see if I can find him. Again, would have loved. I'm not counting. I don't know. I just don't know. I don't want to get ahead of myself here, but it's kind of like I figured I didn't want to shoot a buck with a rifle. I wanted to save that for my other bow tag, but I just don't. I'm not disciplined enough yet, and it's still. Yes. Yes. Thank you, Lord. Okay. Calm down, and I'm gonna go see if I can find him. Thank you, Lord. Man. Oh, man. That 220 Swift. Golly. Got some mass on it for a deep Ozarks buck. Man. I would have loved to have taken him with a bow, but we just need the meat, and I was not disciplined enough, and that still, boy, did that still just really get me. Thank you, Lord. I am tagged out now. I'm on doe patrol.